Anybody? Last chance. Where's Messi?
800,000.
If you guessed $3.95, you'd be correct.
Is Jota going to quit being an influencer soon?
Yeah. So um, this is incredibly meager earnings for 7.5 million views. So I mean, somebody could break that down very easily into per view what they make, or how many views per dollar. But what I can tell you is 7.5 million YouTube views, you would be in the ballpark of over $100,000, just north of 100,000. And here we're talking $4. So there's an interesting gap.
I'm confused. I thought TikTok was like the go-to guy for, all things.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised by the numbers, Tyler. Doesn't TikTok pay an average of five
What's
dollars
happened?
for every 1,000 views?
No, $5 per thousand would be incredible. That'd
Well,
be high.
YouTube, because YouTube pays around what $6 for every 1,000 views, because TikTok has proven to be the go-to for a lot of these influencers because of the reach. So I'm actually pretty surprised at the rate.
Yeah, well, they're more interested in the fame than the finance on TikTok. I think YouTubers are more in it for money, and TikTokers are more in it for fame. However, I've have a long held theory that the TikTok view numbers are bogus. That they just tell you that you're getting a lot of views because they know you want to think that you're getting lots of views, and if you think you're getting lots of views, you'll continue to use TikTok. And because it's of the way that the it's not you don't necessarily know who each of your subscribers are in a similar way as a normal social network, nor do you really care. All you care about is that you feel like you're being seen or heard or felt or appreciated or whatever, and that gives you the ego stroke dopamine kick that you're looking for. And so young kids use TikTok.
Yeah,
Just to
So
compare, like my son got $100 for a reel that got only a few thousand views, like 5,000, 6,000.
On Instagram.
And if you get yeah, on Instagram, if you get them these 5,000 or 6,000, I don't know, in the first month you posted it, you get the $100 or you get more. Only the first month count, like the first 30 days, and then whatever you have afterwards, he has like many, many views afterwards. That doesn't count anymore, but it's way more money than TikTok.
You get if it's between well, Instagram have shifted their algorithm from what I understand, and they make it more about evergreen now, so rediscovery in the long term. So even if it's not, it depends on the content. But some reels, like I posted a reel which did relatively well, and I still got some money from it like 6 months later. So I think it's also they've shifted the time scale now. People, if you come, it's all about engaging community members and extending your ability to reach new people, and then that builds the engagement with the reels and stuff. So I think it varies. I think Instagram's got a better long term timeline than TikTok in terms of content production, if that makes sense. At least from what I've been reading about it.
Hi guys, this is Tina. Isn't this isn't this basically the amount of money that's coming out of the creator funds? It's not necessarily gauging how much money they might be getting from other sponsors because that varies depending on views, depending on who they are, how long they've had engagement. So this is just coming out of the creator fund, right? What TikTok is actually paying people, not what like brands that may sponsor those people
yeah,
as well are.
yes, yes,
yeah, it is purely based on what TikTok is paying.
yes. Just
Yes.
like
So
what you pay his creators. Yeah.
yeah, so the average is probably around 5 cents for every 1,000 views. So yeah, that's what TikTok pays.
There's now a bunch of people posting their TikTok earnings as a reply to this tweet, and somebody got 50 cents for a million views. Another person got about $2 for 1.5 million views. Um, a long way off from the $15,000 to $20,000 that you would get for a million views, and on a low side 7,000, on a high side 25. But there can be a lot of variance based on the topic and the length of the video and all kinds of things. But certainly it's orders of magnitude different. But anyway, so those are little transitionary warm up ones, and now we get to go into the tech stories. We got the stream going. Here's your air horn. Happy December 15th, and just a quick reminder, starting January 1st, we're going to head back to Twitter Spaces and give that dog another run and see how that works out. So mark your calendars for that, and follow tech news around the world on Twitter at TNATW, or follow me on Twitter to be notified when that happens. And the first story happens to be about Twitter from the New York Times. It says Twitter updates its private information and media policy with new rules, including suspending accounts that are dedicated to sharing someone else's live location, aka the Twitter account that was tracking the flights of Elon Musk. And the person who made that account had made 30 other accounts of other jets traveling around, like Jeff Bezos and whatnot, and now all 30 have been shut down.
By the way, that information is actually public. So even though Twitter shut that down, if somebody wanted to, put up, that information on another social media platform, they could, unless that other social media platform took it down. Because tracking planes with the call numbers is, it's public information.
And a sister article says Twitter suspends 30 accounts sharing private jet locations via public data, including Elon Musk, which Elon Musk had said he wouldn't ban this account for tracking his jet.
Well, he's now saying, by the way, there was an incident with one of his kids being stalked or something. I mean, I just got a glimpse of that news story this morning. I don't know much about it. And that was the impetus for him to do this.
Right. Yes, that seems to be the implication here, was that Trump's being stalked. He's noticed some stronger stalking-like behaviors happening recently, and so now he's not taking chances. And by the way,
Mar-a-Lago.
he
Don't you
showed.
mean Elon? Your Freudian slip again.
What did I say? Trump?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh
it's
Jesus, that's
coming,
twice.
Mim.
So the very interesting move. Elon tweeted a short video of his quote-unquote stalker and asked people if they know who it is. And I imagine they'll find out who it is. And very interesting move, that one. And you can see the video. And interestingly, in the video, lots of people comment. And my first thought as well was he appears to be in an very Antifa-like uniform. Uniform isn't the exact right word, but dressed very much as Antifa members are when they're out, doing public service, helping everybody as they do, burning down buildings and such. So, anywho, why is this Antifa-looking individual stalking Elon Musk? Well, Antifa in recent days and weeks has been incredibly angry with Elon Musk, and they're even saying so. Some of them got banned, and one of the most important Antifa accounts got banned. And this update of suspending accounts that share current location data of people. That happens to be one of Antifa's sort of tricks for that they use against their adversaries is location sharing, where people who they feel they want to harass or intimidate. And so that the fact that now people who do that, their accounts will get banned, this will almost certainly mean many, many more Antifa accounts will get banned, or at a very minimum, they won't be able to do something they were known to do. That sort of empowered them in a way. They had kind of weaponized that, and now they won't be able to. So, very interesting that this person appeared, that they might be part of that. And time will tell. Well, I think we will know very soon if that's conjecture or has any merit. So we'll withhold judgment on that. But interesting coincidence,
This
perhaps.
account holder apparently moved to
The
Truth
next,
Social. Yeah,
the
Elon
jet
Jet. This is
tracker
according
guy.
to one of the tweets inside. Yeah.
Okay. So the next story is in a court filing. FTX Digital Markets co-CEO told the Bahamas Securities Commission just a month ago that customer funds to FTX were being used to cover Alameda's losses. Oh shit. If there's any record of that, Sam Bankman-Fried's going to jail for a very long time. Internal because his whole claim is, I didn't know we were doing that. Um, and if this guy, the co-CEO, said that, and it was on the record somewhere, and he sticks to it, uh, boy. Okay, so Bloomberg says internal FTX documentation shows a GitHub account, that's where code gets hosted, bearing the name of an engineering director of FTX, authored code, he wrote code, to hide Alameda's ballooning liabilities. Which means if this coder knew that Alameda was having ballooning liabilities, then certainly Sam Bankman-Fried would also know. And Sam saying, no, I didn't know. Okay, well now you got both of those points. He's going to have to convince, the court. And then there's another that says, despite SBF claiming that he stepped away from running Alameda, shifting blame to his girlfriend, Caroline, the U.S. government argues that SBF was still calling the shots. Well, those last two articles we just read would help make that case. I'm starting to think this guy's going to jail. So the next big topic
Something
is,
it's so funny. I think the family is ready to. It says SBS family reportedly called the prison to request for vegan meals.
He's currently in jail in the Bahamas. They
Well,
didn't give him
he's in
bail.
Miami. I thought he was in Miami already. I read he was in Florida.
No,
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 Bahamas.
no, he's
oh
no,
no, it's going to probably take 2 months to extradite him. I'm thinking, right?
yeah. I think he'll be extradited early next year.
right.
So what happens to his parents then? Because there's questions around their rolling in this. Are they going to get any shit, or is it because they're connected to Stanford, nothing's going to happen to them?
What if it turns out the parents set him up and they are the true masterminds, and they, being compliance lawyers as they are, they knew how to create, a straw man at a distance, to not impugn themselves, and because that's their profession, they are Stanford professors on precisely this. So they know if anyone could do that, they
I
could.
just want to say there must be a
Wow.
cultural difference, right, between the West, well, I guess America and the Asian. Because in Asia, I think the parents will do all they can to protect
I
their
mean, this,
their children.
yeah, but by the way, this is not. I mean, this happens in the ghettos where you have parents have their underage children selling the drugs because they're under 18, and they'll get very less, a much lesser sentence or what have you.
So we're saying
Apparently, the
Stanford is
parents
now the hood, is it? Stanford's in the hood.
Yeah, the
they didn't
Stanford
hear our
project.
parents
Yeah.
taking responsibility discussion from yesterday.
Yeah, but Tyler, what Tyler suggests is that his parents as the big, real evil. Be
That was
this
my joke. That
okay.
the
Oh,
opposite of
sorry.
taking
That is,
responsibility is involving your children in a crime. So
yeah,
never
but
mind. It's a
still,
joke.
I mean, SBF, he used his parents' name to buy those luxury villas in Bahamas as well. So his parents,
No, that adds more evidence to my conspiracy theory that it was actually them who was like, "Hey, Sam, here's what we're going to do. You're going to take some of that money and you're going to buy this house over here for us."
Yeah, this
And they
is
were calling the
exactly.
shots.
So what? We're going to get images
And
of
he's the fall guy.
SBF's parents, selfies of them sending it to their son. Like, oh, sorry, guy. Sorry, Sammy boy. We meant to make the jail visit time, family time, but we're too busy lording it up in that mansion you managed to get us from.
But
They were
look
in.
at the headline at the top of the room. Why are they calling for his the jail on his behalf to get him
It's
vegan
the
meals?
inversion of the TV show Succession.
Because they they feel guilty that their son's now going to have to take the fall for their genius schemes. It didn't quite pan out as
it,
they had all hoped, and but the least they could do is call the prison and ask for a vegan meal. Because my son
The
Sammy, he's
closest
a
to the vegan
vegan.
meals they'll
I'll tell you,
get are those frozen mixed vegetables that we used to get our kids with corn and peas and green beans. So he can have fun with
I'll tell you something.
Can't say that his free haircut's going to be worse.
Peter Sund, who's one of the three Pirate Bay co-conspirators or whatever you want to call them, Peter has and I are you know a bit pally, and Peter has spoken at my events, and he went to jail for the Pirate Bay, and he's a vegan, and he lost an incredible amount of weight, kind of very concerning amount of weight, and this was in Sweden, by the way, not. And this prison in the Bahamas is considered one of the worst in the world, by the way, from what I hear. And I can assure you, the Swedish prisons are not anywhere near that. So this is something to kind of be concerned about. If he's legitimately very vegan, he's going to have a very hard time. So
Yeah, Tyler, I'm happy that you actually brought that up. That takes courage to bring that up. I brought up their body language in court and shared an article, and it's quite interesting as well. If anyone's interested in this hypothesis,
the parents,
yeah, yeah,
oh please do. Any if there's anything that adds to my conspiracy theory, now you've got my ears burning.
yeah. His mom was apparently laughing in court when they called him a criminal.
Well, no, no, no. They called him a fugitive, and
A
so if you want
fugitive.
to, no, there's a difference. So she might have arguably been laughing because a fugitive means that they don't know his whereabouts. So he's on the lam, and obviously he wasn't on the lam. They knew he was in the Bahamas. They were able to pick him up.
Yeah, but let's be clear. Whether they used the right word or not, I know a lot of middle class and poor parents who would have never laughed, knowing that any kind of levity on their part does not help their case.